Hello viewers, 4DIYers here with another tutorial video for everyone. In this particular video here, I'll be doing a demonstration how to install window deflectors on a first generation Toyota Tacoma extended cab. This is a 2001 model. This video is sponsored by Auto Parts Way. They have supplied me with the window deflectors required for the installation. A link to these will be included in the description below. This truck did have deflectors installed when I purchased it, but unfortunately the driver's side was missing and another was broken. They are great for keeping down blowing wind when the windows are open. They also help keep the rain out when the windows are partly open, just a couple inches, and I personally think they do add to the aesthetics of the vehicle. If you need to remove old deflectors, be sure to keep an eye out for that video, which I will be releasing in the future. While this is an older truck, the paint does have some contaminants and it is somewhat faded. First, I gave the truck a wash to remove any dirt which can contaminate the paint polishing process. Next, the areas where the deflectors will be installed will be getting clay barred. It's important to remove any contaminants on the paint, as this may give an area for the adhesive to fail. We want the adhesive from the deflectors directly onto the paint. I do have an in-depth video on clay barring paint. Please be sure to check it out for more information. Considering the paint is also faded and does have some light swirling, these areas will get a mild form of paint correction. This can be done by hand or using a machine polisher. It's easier to do this now, otherwise you'll have to tape the deflectors off, and some areas may be tough to access, and you do risk damaging those new deflectors. Here are the new deflectors. As mentioned earlier, Auto Parts Way has supplied me with the parts for the installation. A link to these will be included in the description below. Considering this truck is an extended cab, there will be 4 pieces. First for the front doors, and then for the pop-out windows on the extended cab. A regular cab truck would only require 2 deflectors, and a 4-door truck would require them for all 4 doors. Once the package is open, you can see we do have some protective tape that can be removed now or after, instructions, and alcohol wipes to remove any contaminants from the surface. There will be 4 alcohol wipes in total, 1 for each deflector. The deflectors should be test fitted to determine where they'll end up above the window. You can even make some reference marks with tape if you wish. These deflectors will be stuck on the paint and not on the rubber trim. On the one side, it'll adhere to the mirror bracket, and I'll show you this on the other door. Clean the area thoroughly where the deflector will be mounted using the supplied alcohol wipes. In addition, considering the paint was corrected, I also gave the paint another wipe down with a wax and grease remover, which is a bit more aggressive than the alcohol wipes. Use a lint-free cloth and let the solvent evaporate. Remove the protective film on the double-sided tape for the short portions, and then peel back 2 inches of the film on the larger portion, then fold it over. Do the same for the other side. The tail end of the film can be pulled back once the deflector is in place. Put it into place, make sure it is in the correct location. The adhesive is extremely sticky, so don't put too much pressure on it until you're satisfied with its location. Once you're happy with the position, remove the film by pulling on the exposed tail. And finally push it into place firmly where the adhesive strip is. Moving on to the pop-out extended cab windows, determine its location where you have an idea where the deflector sits. It'll need to follow the same line as the front deflector and not interfere with the pop-out window. Clean the paint using the alcohol wipe. As an added step, also clean the area again using a soft lint-free cloth with a wax and grease remover. Remove the protective film on the adhesive, again 2 inches on each side with the tail ends exposed. Put it into place on the proper location. And finally remove the tape, either side can be pulled. Once it's in place, push the location where the adhesive strip is to ensure it's stuck into place. After, to clean any fingerprints and to help apply pressure to the adhesive strip, use a microfiber cloth to go along the edge. Moving on to the other side for additional angles using the exact same process. Again, I will be starting with the front windows first. I already know the location of how the deflector sits from the other side, so this time around I can clean the paint first using the alcohol wipes. Then finish up with a wax and grease remover. It's important to remove any contaminants so we know the adhesive strip is fully adhered to the paint. Any leftover contaminants gives an area for the adhesive to fail and the deflector may come off. Only use a cleaner which doesn't leave any residue behind. After the solvent has evaporated, remove the protective film on the adhesive strip on each side for about 2 inches. Center up the deflector and stick it into place. These deflectors use a 3M adhesive strip. Similar types of adhesive strips are found on other areas of the body components such as trim, emblems, and gaskets. This is a very strong adhesive which will last many years and will withstand highway speeds. Remove the protective film, then push it into place. Moving on to the rear deflector, remove 2 inches of the protective film, then stick it into place. If you end up pressing the deflector a little harder into place, even with a small amount of adhesive exposed, it can be very hard to readjust its position, so take your time. Below the deflector, we'll have a small amount of paint exposed where it sits just above the window glass or rubber trim. Once satisfied, pull the protective film out. Then push the deflector into place by hand. Finish up with a microfiber cloth while removing any smudges. And finally you're done. The adhesive doesn't require any dry time, so your vehicle is ready to drive. Once done, as you can see, the window's top edge is protected from the elements. There will be a decrease in wind and noise when the window is open. New videos released every week on my channel. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It's a huge help to me, and leave a comment below if you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to follow my social media pages such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep up to date with my latest projects. And if you're not a subscriber, be sure to also hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.